with the teachings, the historic teachings, and that Standing Rock stands for as an inspiration for all of us, to protect the water, to protect your sacred land, to protect your cultural memory. As a Latina, I have profound ties still with my mestizo origins, which still draws breath from indigenous teachings as well. We think ahead, we think generations ahead of us. We grow up thinking 3, 4, 5 generations. We're not as good as you. Think 7 generations ahead, but we can really relate to that feeling that we're just here for others. And so your struggle, it's really straightens up my back, especially after such a difficult week for all of us in the political scenario of this country. And thank you for welcoming us and giving us hope.
My name is Raul Garcia, co-chair of the Environmental Justice Task Force for GreenLatinos, and we're definitely here acknowledging and standing with the tribe, knowing very well that we are in this together. We do not live in a world where an impact in one area of the country or to one people's only affects those people or that area in the country. And so thank you so much for having us, and realizing that we are with you, we stand with you, and in any way that we can possibly help, please let us know.
Chairman Archambault, first of all, thank you so much for allowing us to be here. We are blessed. I'm having trouble controlling my heart. I am overwhelmed by all the love and power that exists in this place. It's overwhelming in a good way. I want you to know that as co-founder of GreenLatinos and board member of GreenLatinos, we're here not just to stand in solidarity with you, your people, and the 400 tribal nations that have united to stand side by side with you in resistance to the corporate forces that seek to undermine your culture, your religious beliefs, sacred places, and water, which is a source of sustenance in life for many in this country, including our people as well. We want you to know that although our stay here may be temporary, we will take back what we have seen, what we hear, and we will be meeting with you in solidarity in the distance, our minds, our hearts, holding hand in hand to oppose the forces that seek to undermine your way of living. Thank you.
The legs kind of come out of you. Sorry.
It's okay.
We'll just hold it. Okay. That's fine. Thanks.
I am Susanna Sandoval, and I am the granddaughter of migrant farm workers. This would be my 3rd delegation coming here to Standing Rock. I am a harmony keeper and also Urepecha from Mexico. My grandparents migrated these lands to work for the honor of working the land with their own hands. I stand here today in solidarity with the chairman and with our relatives as Indigenous peoples, and ask the people for a call of action. We ask you to ask the president to intervene. We ask you to write letters to the Army Corps of Engineers. We ask you to tweet, to text, to email. Many of us are disillusioned with what has happened this week politically, and many of us, I myself included, have continued to organize the work. I announced last week that I was fasting, and I will continue my fast until the president is moved into action. I think it's important that we realize that this is a history and time where we have perhaps witnessed an election in a moment in time in the United States history where we have an opportunity to lead in a very different manner. We hope that the heartstrings of our leaders, that their conscience is called in the right direction. those of us that are here today join in solidarity with many of you in your homes and in our home states, realizing that we have much work to do. And it is our work through our ancestors, the reason why there is a community convening here on these grounds, where we realize that there are some inequities that need to be righted. There is not just a physical pipeline, but there is a mental pipeline that we need to eradicate. The idea that someone can take someone else's lands without permission is erroneous. These are lands that have been owned not by any of us really, but by the universe, and we are honored to have worked the land. And for those of us who work the land, we continue to feel that way. We're just servants that lead and protect the earth. We are not protesters. We are part of the human community that's being formulated here over the last several months. Many of us will go back to our respective homes and continue organizing. This is no time to hesitate. This is the time to act. Again, in all peaceful, calm, prayerful manner. Everything that's happening on the grounds, I've been blessed to be here on the ground and to work with many of the tribal leaders that are here. Peace is what we want. We want in order to the earth to be restored. We want a respect for our Mother Earth to happen. And that is what we intend to do. Thank you. And we ask you to join us.
Finally, I'd like to recognize the Green Latinos Vice President, Chris Espinoza, who was the driving force behind this trip. And with that, I'd like to open it up for any questions.
I have a question for Chairman Archambault. Could I hear your thoughts on reports that came out earlier this weekend that President Obama could give final approval this week coming ahead?
I think there's a lot of information that comes out that until I hear, I don't think of it as factual. So I haven't heard anything from the White House. I actually called the White House, and the message back to me was, if you didn't hear it from us, then it's probably not true. So I don't expect anything, any decisions being made tomorrow as far as issuing the easement. I'll just continue to be patient and wait.
It was a fairly reputable source, though, political.com. They said they had two sources. Can you describe to me the sense of betrayal you might have if it does come through this week?
Well, the sources said it was going to come tomorrow. So if it doesn't come tomorrow, I don't have any betrayal. I would say that until I hear, I'm not going to take anything. And if these sources were credible in whatever they're doing or wherever they're at, then it seems like somebody would have informed me. But for me to learn about it through emails or online doesn't make sense. Every time the White House took action, I had a call from them directly. Whenever they said they were gonna, right after the court ruling on September 9th, they said they were gonna have a stay or a stall period. And I got the call before it was even made public. So if anything was to come out, they told me they would call me or Chairman Frazier or both of us. So until I hear something from them, I don't take anything as true. But if it's on Facebook, then it's probably true.
Thank you.
I have a question. So what what do you plan to do should the pipeline be approved? Should the police brutality continue?
Green Latinos is a national organization with many members, and we will continue to work in solidarity with our Native American brothers and sisters. Ultimately, it is up to them, and we will